It's the morning of New Year's Eve, and I'm getting ready to make my bean soup for tomorrow. My first step is going to be the stock. So I've taken my stock bag out of the freezer, which is basically 2.5 gallons, or that's the capacity they say fits in a Ziploc bag, a strap, and I'm putting it here in my enormous stock pot, which I am then going to fill with water. Okay, so here we have the stock ready to boil. In it, you can see I have onion scraps. I have carrot peels here somewhere. I have peppers, scallions, tomatoes, some old garlic cloves that weren't usable anymore. I have chunks of fat left over from the prime rib roast, as well as I have bones that are probably at the bottom. I have celery stalks. I do have some spinach leaves. What you're not going to find in here are the brassicas. So there are going to be no turnips, no broccoli, no cauliflower, no strongly flavored vegetables. Now, if I was going to be making a cream of broccoli soup, I would include those because those match the flavor. But for everyday use, it is the holy trinity of onions, carrots, celery, plus other flavorful, but I would view them as neutrally flavored vegetables. So I dumped my frozen scraps in here, filled the pot with water, and I am going to bring it to a boil and simmer it for about 2 hours before I start the soup. And I'm going to use this in place of the water that the soup recipe calls for. But when I'm making my ham and bean soup for New Year's Eve, beans for luck and wealth, I'm using navy beans. Sometimes I use lentils for my New Year's soup, but today I'm going with a classic ham and navy bean soup that we will start after we finish the stock. The other thing that I started yesterday is I fed my sourdough starter. It looks happy, but not extremely happy. I am going to start the dough tonight. So I'm going to feed the starter once more before I start the dough tonight. Now, in feeding the sourdough starter, I'm going to go a little bit off the traditional, and that is that I'm not going to weigh the quantities I'm putting in because it's not as important to me to be that precise with the starter. This is roughly a 1-1-1 starter, which means the same amount of starter, flour, and water. So I'm putting in half a cup of flour and half a cup of water. I'm going to do it in the same bowl that I had everything in last night because it was a relatively fresh bowl. And I am going to stir it up, put it in my countertop oven that has an 85-degree proof setting because it is really cold outside, and let it sit until after dinner when I will start sourdough and make the first step right after dinner, do my stretch and folds, and then I'll let it bulk ferment overnight and finish the bread in the morning. So for now, we're going to let the stock simmer. To start the soup, we have 3 tablespoons of olive oil in a large pot on medium heat. I am then going to add the vegetables. All of these were cut earlier, and I find it's a good idea just to lay things out in the kitchen. When I come in here, I'll do it again, maybe a carrot, maybe some celery, to get everything ready easily. So in here, I have 3 cloves of garlic, 1 onion chopped, 1 large carrot diced, and 3 stalks of celery. I find it a lot easier to chop things as I go during the day. As a usual method, I decide in the morning what I'm making for dinner that night, and then I will chop the vegetables during the day. So by the time it gets to cooking time, I have most of the hard work done. I'm also adding a pinch of kosher salt. And I am going to cook these until everything is softened, the onions soft but not browned, and that'll probably take about 10 minutes. So as you can see, the vegetables are soft. Nothing's brown yet. So we're going to put in the rest of the ingredients, which is fresh thyme, 4 sprigs, 2 bay leaves, the navy beans that I soaked. If you are not using dried beans to start with, you wait or add them later if you're using canned beans. But these are going to cook and they're going to soak in all the goodness of everything we're doing it with. So I think it makes sense. And we'll stir it up to make sure everything is put together. We're going to add in the leftover ham bone that I've cut all the ham off, saving 2 cups of ham to add to the soup later. And then I'm going to put in 7 cups of the stock I made earlier. Now, if you are not a stock person, you can use water. The New York Times recipe that I based this on actually uses water. So you could certainly do that. I think stock gives it a little bit more flavor. So I would probably use chicken broth if I did not have my stuff. And didn't worry about taking any of the fat off the stock, not because my grandmother said that is where all the good stuff is, but because I'm saving this soup overnight, so everything will come off when I'll drain it through anyway. So I am going to bring this to a boil and then turn it down to a simmer and cook it until the beans are tender. So the soup's been reheated. I am going to taste for salt. Well, what I put in last night was great, so I don't have to do anything else. Now I'm going to add a tablespoon of red wine vinegar. This really perks the soup up. Some people prefer lemon juice. I like sherry wine vinegar with beans a lot. And then we're going to taste again to see if there is enough vinegar. Oh, and that is perfect. So the soup is ready. I am going to serve it with hot sauce on the side. So if people like that, they can add it. And a loaf of sourdough bread, which I finished earlier. And of course, butter for the bread. So that's our New Year's Day dinner.